Oke, nice kakak sekalian. Hari ini kita akan ada pematerian tentang Scout for SDGs. Nah, pematerian kali ini akan disampaikan oleh kakak kita dari luar negeri, begitu kakak kan. Nah, pematerian ini akan disajikan dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi kakak sekalian nanti kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan atau kurang mengerti, boleh nanti di chat, tapi di chatnya ke direct begitu. Kalau misalnya mau ada pertanyaan langsung, boleh di direct chat atau nanti raise hand dan kakak bisa langsung berbicara dengan pemateri begitu kakak sekalian. Saya harap selama pematerian kakak open cam, kameranya tidak ditutup karena kita menghargai juga begitu pemateri sudah datang dari luar, menyesuaikan waktu dan lain-lain. Begitu ya kakak sekalian, sebelum saya kenalkan kepada pemateri, sebentar saya lihat dulu sudah ada 29 partisipan, and it keeps going, ada 30. Kakak boleh jarkom, boleh informasikan ke rekan-rekannya yang belum join sekarang untuk mulai join karena kita akan memulai pematerian. Dari Jambi sudah ada, boleh salam-salam dulu dong kakak sekalian, udah dari mana aja nih? Ada dari Jambi, ada dari Bali, wah ada dari Papua.
Halo kakak semua.
Halo, semangat ya semua. Semangat, oke.
Apalagi sama kakak.
Oke. Nanti selama pematerian harapannya kakak di mute karena sekarang masih belum mulai, nanti kakak di mute. Udah gitu open cam-nya saya harap selama pematerian selalu open cam karena kita harus saling menghargai begitu ya kakak sekalian, biar kita juga bisa lihat nih, oh kakak dari Jambi seperti ini, biar nanti kita bisa saling tegur sapa ketika sudah bertemu di Jambi nanti. Oke, kakak sekalian, kita masih...
Siap kak, ditunggu di Jambi.
Oke, mantap. Kita masih 33 partisipan. Kakak mungkin bisa minta tolong juga di chat begitu teman yang belum hadir atau teman satu desanya atau satu umpi. Boleh di chat kakak sekalian biar kita bisa memulai pematerian. Ini yang di Papua sekarang sudah jam 10 ya kak. Mana nih kakak dari Papua?
Dan 10:09.
Wow, sudah jam 10 lebih 9 ya. Saya di Bandung nih, kebetulan masih jam 8, masih pagi, tapi tetap semangat. Oke, ada dari Bali. Di Bali sekarang jam 9 ya kak. Jam 9, di bagian barat masih jam 8 lebih 9. Oke kakak sekalian, saya ulangi, pematerian hari ini akan disajikan dalam bahasa Inggris, begitu. Jadi kakak akan mendapatkan pemateri yang luar biasa karena pematerinya langsung didatangkan dari Filipina, begitu kakak sekalian. Langsung dari expertnya, begitu, tentang Scout for SDGs. Jadi kakak jika ada nanti yang ingin ditanyakan, kakak berkesempatan untuk raise hand dan berbicara langsung dengan pemateri. Namun jika kakak belum malu begitu atau bagaimana, kakak bisa juga menggunakan kolom chat untuk diskusi begitu. Jika kakak juga tetap tidak mau di raise hand atau di diskusi participant all, kakak bisa direct message ke saya untuk menyampaikan pertanyaan apa yang ingin kakak sampaikan ke pemateri. Boleh dalam bahasa Indonesia, nanti saya akan menerjemahkannya ke dalam bahasa Inggris. Begitu kakak sekalian, saya harap selama pematerian semuanya open cam ya kakak. Oke, sudah jam 8 lebih 10. Di sini sudah terpantau jam 8 lebih 10, mungkin di Indonesia Tengah dan Timur sudah lebih 1 jam dan 2 jam. Kakak boleh bantu saya mungkin untuk Jarkom atau chat teman-teman yang belum hadir di sini biar kita sama-sama mendapatkan pematerian yang luar biasa ini. Nah, kita datangkan langsung dari luar negeri gitu. Suara saya terdengar jelas ya kakak sekalian. Kalau tidak jelas boleh jempol, boleh kasih reaction jempol. Oke, nice, jelas berarti ya. Oke, karena sekarang sudah menunjukkan pukul 8:11, mungkin kita akan langsung panggil pemateri kita hari ini dan mohon izin ke kakak sekalian, mulai sekarang kita akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Mungkin bahasa Inggrisnya akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris yang mudah agar kakak sekalian bisa lebih mengerti dan paham apa maksud dari pematerian tersebut. Oke, kakak sekalian, kita pantau lagi. Oh, it's here now. Oke, so kakak sekalian, kita akan mulai pematerian dalam waktu 3, 2, 1. Kita panggil pematerinya ya. Kak Sid, sir. Good morning, sir.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Apa kabar, Kak?
Kabar baik. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, before we start about the presentation, I will introduce you first. So, kakak sekalian, ini adalah Kak Sid Castillo. Beliau adalah Director Educational Method dari World Scout Hero Asia Pacific Support Center, yang hari ini akan menjelaskan tentang Scout for SDGs. He will talk about Scout for SDGs. Kak Sid, actually we have like about 1,000 participants, but for today we split into 3 Zoom meetings, so we will still waiting for another participant, but it's fine. We can start now. So Kak Sid, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Kak Vildi, and welcome to the participants. So, as Kak Vildi is telling you during the introduction of this one that I will speak English because my bahasa Indonesia is very little. I can speak because bahasa Philippine is very close to bahasa Indonesia. No? Maybe because of our that the countries are very close, and because of trading during those times when the Chinese were trading, our language is very, in fact, the language of commerce, no, like mahal, murah, bayad, utang is the same. No? We use the same words.
Wow.
Yeah, we use the same word. So yeah, there's a lot of things that's very similar, like anak, sakit, tulak. Yeah. So, and I while Vildu was talking, I can hear some words, that familiar words. No? Yeah. My favorite Indonesian food is very close also to Cibubur, which is sate kambing muda.
Sate. Wow, sate kambing muda. That is indeed delicious, sir.
Yeah, sate kambing muda kiloan. Yeah. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, I'll share my desktop, in fact. Okay, can you just confirm that you are You are just seeing the big Scouts for SDG logo. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So this will I will I'm given 2 hours to explain to you what Scouts for SDGs is, and I maybe this will finish less than 2 hours. But before we carry on, and it's because it's early in the morning for you in Indonesia. Let me entertain you first with a game, no? So let's do Kahoot. So please join. Please go to Kahoot.it. That's Kahoot.it. And if you are prompted and if you are asked to enter the game pin, it's 183-6629. 186. Okay, so Kahoot.it, 183-6629.
Oke, kakak bisa join di kahoot.it. Itu adalah game pinnya 183-669-183-6629. Okay, there's one participant.
How do you say 8 in Indonesian, Vildi?
It's 8, sir.
8. So
Yes.
1, 8, 3, 6, 6, 2, what is 9?
9.
9. Okay.
Perfect. Oke, kakak bisa join. Kakak yang belum join boleh kita main game terlebih dahulu biar semangat. Do you know semangat, sir?
Semangat?
Yes.
What is semangat?
It's like fighting, cheer up.
Semangat. Okay.
Yes, semangat. What time is it in the Philippines, sir, right now?
We are ahead 1 hour.
1 hour. So it's like 9. Oh, sorry, 9. 18.
Yes, 9:18 exactly.
Oh, okay. It's the same with our friend from Bali, because all the participants here is from all over Indonesia. There is from Sumatra, Bali, even Papua is already here.
Yeah. I've been to Bali. Yeah. What is the? I remember the names. When you are first born, what is the name?
Oh, firstborn?
Yeah.
Oh, what kind of firstborn?
Yeah. No, when you are like
Lahir.
no, when you are born by your parents and you are the first child. They name it like I forgot.
Sulung.
No. There's a name that that they follow. So when you are first born, you are always named like this. Like this.
Okay. So it's kind of different because I'm not a Balinese, because Balinese has their own family name, and it's really great.
That's the one I remember, and also I can't forget the Babi Goling.
Babi Guling. You like it, sir?
Yeah, we have a similar one here in Philippines.
I have never tasted that because I can.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
So we'll just wait for a few minutes.
Okay, sir.
We're 21.
How many times have you been to Indonesia, sir?
Many times, several times.
Wow, like more than 5?
More than 5, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I found it in Google.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so when you went when I was when we were developing a program in Bali, so you hear these familiar names like Wayan, Made, Ketut, no? So
Yes,
the, when you are named with these particular names, you almost automatically know from which birth order she is or her.
true.
So I
Yes.
think Ketut is the third.
Putut is like for a boy name.
Yeah, yeah. Putu,
Putu,
Wayan,
yes.
Putu, Made,
Yes.
Nyoman. Yeah.
There's
Komang.
also
Ah, Komang.
Komang.
Yeah, I remember Komang.
It's kind of like family name.
Yeah. Okay. How many are we here, Vildi?
Actually, we
33.
have like right now is 44 participants, but yeah, now it's 23 on Kahoot.
Ah, okay. 33.
Uh, 20, sir.
Ah, 20.
24 now. Yes.
Ah, okay. So maybe we can start.
Sure.
Yeah. So participants of Gerakan Pramuka, let's start. No. So every question is
Boleh?
related to
Boleh?
the Scouts for SDGs, and I think each question will have 30 seconds. Okay. So we'll start now. Okay, the first question. The Sustainable Development Goals were agreed in which year? 10 seconds. Okay, so five of you got it correct. It's the correct answer is 2015. No, so those who are using a mobile phone, you will not see the answer in your mobile phone. No, you will only see the shapes and the colors. So you press the shapes and the colors and look at the options in your monitor. Okay, so let us see who got it correct. Let's see who's our number one. Okay, Sujay or Sujay is number one. Sel, Kaaya, Kaagus, maybe from Bali, no, Agus. Ka-Arbi, Kurnyawan. Okay. Next question. Okay, how many goals have been agreed to by the world's nations apart from the as part of the 2030 agenda? Okay, how many goals do you think is the SDGs? Very easy. Okay, last 10 seconds. Yeah, so now I know that all the participants here in the Zoom knows about the SDG. So 13 of you says it's 17. So the correct answer is 17. We have 17 goals, no? And I'm sure you have your favorites. So let's see who got it correct. It's still Sujay. It's still Sel. Kaagus went up one step. Kaaya and still Kwarkab is Kwarnas.
It's a quartab, sir.
Kwarchab.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you pronounce C as cha, no?
Yes.
Like Aceh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like kacang.
Kacang? Wow. A nut?
Yes. Kacang putih. Yeah.
Kacang putih. Okay.
Okay. Next question. Each SDG is supported by a set of targets. No? So how many targets are there in total? So we have 17 SDG, but how many targets do we have? Ten seconds. Okay, so again, I know now that you are very familiar with the SDGs. So we have 169 targets. No? So we have 17 SDGs, and inside that SDGs, we have several targets. No, in each of the 17 SDG, and in total we have 169 targets. Okay, next question. Who got it? Oops. So Kak Sujay is still on the lead. Kak Aya went up. Kak Agus still on the third, and Kak Sel has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. Okay. Next question. Who should be involved for the SDG to be met? So who should be involved for the SDG to be met?
Siapa aja nih yang harus terlibat dalam SDGs? Who should be involved for the SDGs to be met?
10 seconds, 7 seconds. Okay. Yes, correct. Most of you got it correct. It's all of the above. So the SDGs is not our government's responsibility, but the SDG is everybody's responsibility. Even you are individual or even in your group, I'm sure you have a way of contributing in achieving the targets and the goals. Okay. Next question. Okay, Sel went up. Katsuja is in the lead. Okay, next question. The SDGs are independent of each other or linked to each other? The
Apakah
SDGs. Yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
Oke, apakah SDG itu berdiri sendiri atau dengan yang lain begitu? Link each other. Which one? Yang mana? A second.
Okay, correct. No? So it's linked to each other. It can, for example, no, the life below water. No, it's about saving marine life. No? So if you have if you have rich marine life, the fisher folk or the fishermen has something to fish, and when the fisherman has something to fish, they have something to bring to the market. And if there's fish in the market, people can buy. That's economy. You know? So when people can buy, there is food on the table. So that's zero hunger. You know? So everything is linked. You know? So but the SDG is life below water. No, but then again, all the SDGs are linked together. It cannot be independent from each other. Okay, so let's see who won. Still Sujay, Kak Sel, and Kak Agus. Next question. What is ESD? What is ESD? Is it Education for Sustainable Development? Is it Education for Social Diplomats? Is it Easy Sustainable Development? Or is it Elementary Soft Drawer? 5 seconds. And the correct answer is Education for Sustainable Development. No, so if you look at the targets, the 169 targets, you will see that there are several targets that mentioning young people. No? So because one of the things that the Sustainable Development Goals is saying that in 2030, young people should have the competencies for sustainable development. No? So, education for sustainable development is one of the underlying. So, underlying meaning this is our goals, but behind it, there are also targets that we need to achieve. I will explain that later. Okay, so who won? So still Sujay is on the top. Kak Sel, Kak Aya, Kak Agus, and Kak Yunda from Bali. Yay, Bali. Okay, next. What qualities do people need to change? What qualities do people need to be change makers for sustainability?
Kualitas apa yang diperlukan untuk oleh orang-orang untuk menjadi pembawa perubahan begitu untuk sustainabilitas, itu Kak.
Yeah. So not many people knows, but the qualities that we need is really sustainable habits. So, and in the previous slide, we are saying that the education for sustainable development. This is because we need young people to have that habit, that sustainable habits, to achieve our goals in 2030. Okay, let's see if Kak Sujay is still on the lead. He is still on the lead. Kak Sel, Kak Aya, Kak Agus, and Kak Yunda. Okay. This is the last question. Who said this about the SDGs? There is no plan B because there is no planet B. Is it Bill Gates? Is it Ban Ki-moon? Is it Edward de Bono? Or is it Joko Widodo? So who said there is no plan B because we do not have planet B? Okay, so the one who said this is Ban Ki-moon. No? So Ban Ki-moon is the former Secretary General of the United Nations. So he is a Korean by birth, and he was the one who was pushing for the Sustainable Development Goals, the agenda for 2030. No, and he said there is no plan B because we do not have planet B. Okay, so let's see who's the final winners. Third place is Kaaya. Second place is Sel. And of course, it's obvious, the first place is Suje. Okay. Okay, so that ends the our little game. And thank you very much for your cooperation. So let me continue with the slides. In this in this presentation, I have three objectives, no, which Kak Vildi told me. So one is I'll try to explain what the Scouts for SDGs is or are, the role of Scouts in supporting Scouts for SDGs, and I'll try to present some resources for Scouts for SDGs. Okay, so can you comment on the or send me a virtual like if you have already seen. Oh, sorry, you are seeing my. Send me a virtual like if you are seeing this image for the first time. So for the first time, you're seeing this one. Can you send a virtual like?
Untuk kakak yang baru melihat gambar ini pertama kali, boleh di like, begitu, ada reaction like, gitu.
Or thumbs up.
Ya, atau thumbs up.
Yeah.
Jempol.
Yes. Okay. Some of you have seen this before. Okay. Some of you have seen this before, no? So, okay. So, on January 2016, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development was adopted in September 2015. No, so in the Kahoot game, the correct answer was 2015. No? And over the next 15 years, with these new goals, the universality applied to all countries. So the targets, meaning these 17 targets apply to all countries, no? including Indonesia. Okay, so what do we mean by sustainable development? So in 1987, the United Nations created a commission headed by a lady from Netherlands. Her name was Brundtland. No? Brundtland. And in 1987, this commission headed by Brundtland, for the first time, defined what sustainable or sustainability means. No? So sustainability or sustainable means development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. No? Yeah. So that's a definition from the Brundtland report in 1987. And this is the definition of the sustainable development that until now we are using. Okay. So when you say sustainable development, there is always three dimensions. No? One is economic, two is social, and three is environmental. No? And this is very clear in the example I gave to you. No? So, for example, environmental, um, the life below the sea, no? So you are protecting the marine life, no? So environmental. So you're protecting the corals because the fish lay their eggs there. You plant some trees, no? You develop the bakawan, so that marine life goes there and lay their eggs. So the more you preserve the marine environment, the more fish you have, no? And the more fish you have, the more the fishermen will catch fish, bring them to the market. Now this is economic growth, no? Bring them to the market, sell the fishes, and um, those who are living because of selling fishes, they have fish to sell, and then the um, people who have who goes to market buys fish, and they bring it home so that they have food in their table, no? So again, when you say sustainable development, it has always three components, no? Economic, social, and environmental, no? So as we said in the Kahoot game, these are all connected with each other. Okay. Yeah. So other than the three components, they have the 5 P's of sustainable development. No, so there are 17 goals, and they are broken into five categories. So people, prosperity, peace, partnership, and the planet. So planet are those goals that have sustainable that has that an environmental um, wait. So planet is to protect the planet from degradation, no? So these are goals 12, 13, 14, and 15. No? Yeah. So people, prosperity, peace, partnership, and planet. In this next slide, you will see that there are several circles. So the circle in the middle is the present one. No? The dotted circle, the second circle, which is the dotted line, is 2030, or the levels of achievement to attain 2030. So you will see some of the goals we are now very advanced, but some we are just starting. No? So there are still many things that can do, and as scouts, you can really contribute in achieving these 17 goals. Okay, so what is Scouts for SDG? No? So I have a video here, a short video. Let me share the sound first. Okay. Okay, so
In 2015, humanity came together with a call to action for a better world by 2030. they agreed on 17 Sustainable Development Goals to end poverty, improve health and education, reduce inequalities, and tackle climate change. It's gonna take the entire world to make these goals a reality. And who better to lead the charge than 50 million scouts? You may know us as the ones who give a helping hand to the elderly, keep forests clean, run donation drives, or who are generally just good, active citizens. And have you heard of the Scouts welcoming refugees in Turkey? Or leading peace talks in Colombia? Or the ones giving thousands of students access to clean water in South Sudan? We've already completed over 1 billion hours of community service for the SDGs. Whether it's something really big or really small, we can all do something to make these goals a reality. By taking millions of local actions in almost every community, we're making the world's largest youth contribution to the SDGs. We're just trying to make this world a little better every day. We're Scouts for SDGs.
Okay, so as the video said, the Scouts for SDG is a mobilization of 50 million scouts that leverages on the Scout program and the movement's initiative under the Better World Framework. No? So we will explain later what the Better World Framework is. No? So this is to raise awareness and take action towards the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So for me, if I interpret this is nothing but our Scout slogan, no? That to do a good turn daily. So the Scout for SDG is nothing new, no? Because the Scouts is every day we need to do a good turn. And for me, the Scouts for SDG is really doing a good turn. This is Scouts' contribution to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so, and these 5 words, do a good turn daily, is connected with our Scout motto, which is be prepared. No? They are always ready to help other people at all times. And this forms part of fundamental structure of Scouting's DNA. Okay, do a good turn daily. So again, this is the Scouts movement contribution leading up to the world's largest coordinated youth mobilization to the SDG. So just imagine, no? Every Scout, 50 million young people doing a good turn, to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So we already hit 2 million local actions or 2 million projects related to the 17 goals. And we clocked more than 3 billion service hours for SDG. Okay, so why Scouts for SDG? No, why? Apa. So we are doing Scouts for SDG is to inspire more young people by telling the story. So I'm sure you have came across with projects of Scouts that inspired you. No? So we need to tell our story so that we inspire more and more young people to do so also, to duplicate what we have done. And yeah, so continue inspiring young people to create a better world by showing them how their actions impact a bigger cause outside of Scouting. So our work in the community is not only impacting Scouting, but it is also impacting the society at large. So we offer new learning opportunities to young people and to equip them with the knowledge and skills they need to find lasting solution to the issues that affect them most. So we become sustainable as individual. We offer new opportunities. Third is we are part of the global agenda on sustainable development, no? To help achieving the movement's vision of being the leading educational youth movement on global citizenship. It only means that um, because we are part of the society, we also need to the global agenda is also our business, no? That's why we need to take part in achieving the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And because we are part of the global agenda, that makes scouting relevant for society. So it's not um, sometimes we are scouts are seen as a recreational movement, no? We does a lot of singing, we have fun, go camping, we go hiking, no? So sometimes our parents sees us that, oh, this only you're doing that only for our recreation, but we scouts are doing other things, no? And it has an impact to society. So when we become part of the global agenda, we also we are also, that makes us relevant. And of course, we need to strengthen partnership and improve our fundraising. You know, if we and this is what the SDG 17 is asking us. We look for partners with common mission, common goals, and because the Scouts is always there, um, yeah, we together we will achieve our goals. Okay. So this is what I'm saying, that scouting enables young people to be active global citizens. So um, I'm always using the image of a coin. No, you know, a coin. A coin has two sides, no? And I will explain this later in a few slides. But one of the side is really for you, for young people to become global active citizens. Okay, so by 2030, all scouts acquire the key competencies to promote sustainable development. So what is these key competencies that this is defined in the Education for Sustainable Development (ESD), no? In the Zoom game, in the code game, no? The Education for Sustainable Development. So these are 8 sustainable competencies, and if you acquire this, you will have sustainable habits. So this is the anticipatory competency, normative competency, strategic, collaboration, critical thinking, self-awareness, integrated problem solving, and system thinking. And if you look at closely at the Scout program of Gerakan Pramuka, most of this competency you are already doing or you are developing. No? So, and that is why I always like, I always like um, uh, to use the image of the coin. No? When I was a scout, I have a similar coin with me every day. And then when I do a good turn, I would transfer the coin from the left pocket to the right pocket, reminding me that I have already made a good turn that day. No? So I think that is the basic idea of what Scouts for SDGs is. So you um, you two sides of the coin. You help other people, and at the same time you learn, no? You learn from this engagement. So that's the two sides of the coin. So how do we achieve the Scouts for SDG. So this is a big word, theory of change. No, this is coined by a lady, Carol Weiss or Weiss, in 1972. No, this terminology of theory of change, sorry, theory of change was coined. No, so it's an American scholar of education and a professor of education in Harvard University. So theory of change is saying how and why a certain intervention will lead to change. So the theory of change of the Scouts for SDG is so change here is meaning the organization hopes to make in the world. No? So what or the vision of the organization. Theory is the idea on how this change will happen. No? So the theory of change for World Scouting is really three things. No? Only three things: inspire, enable, and deliver. No? So what do you mean by inspire? Um, so we inspire young people to become active global citizens by offering them education. So this is your youth program. No? So there's a Better World Framework, initiative, training, learning opportunities through scouting. So, and explore and advocate for sustainable development. I'm sure you're doing many things in Gerakan Pramuka. Yeah. So enable is you empower young people. No? So you give them tools, you give them information, you train them in project management, and so on and so forth. And of course, deliver is sorry. And of course, deliver is really to carry out a number of projects. Okay. So there are two ways to deliver or to contribute to the SDGs. So align the youth program with the SDG and implement the Better World Framework. So again, let's go back to the image of the coin. Of the coin. So if you look at what we are doing, young people on one side, young people is young people become active global citizens, no, through your projects, through your actions in the community. At the same time, you are learning a lot of things, no, while doing the project, while doing this program, you learn so many things. But at the same time, you have impact to society, no. So that's the two sides of the coin. And community development, no, when you as Baden Powell said, no, when you live this world a little better than you found it, no? So that's a community development occurs through the action of young people. So these are our stakeholders. So young people is the center of the Scouts for SDG. Of course, the organization, community members is a stakeholder, and of course, partners. No? So because there's a lot, the partners help us to achieve our goals. Okay, so let us look at the Better World Framework. Okay, so the Better World Framework are set of programs, campaigns, call to action, and events, no? Designed to develop competencies. So as I explained to you, there were 8 competencies of young people to become global citizens by taking action. No? So again, inspire, enable, and deliver. No? So this is developing competencies to be able for young people to take action, no, around the issues of sustainable development. Okay. So the Better World Framework is a portfolio of 4 global initiatives. No, so remember 4, each containing challenges for young people that inspire them to take action in their local communities and become active citizens. Okay, so these 4 initiatives are environment and sustainability, the green one. The blue one is peace and community engagement. The orange one is skills for life. And the yellow one is health and well-being. So these are the 4 thematic areas of education and the Better World framework. So the the environment and sustainability are present. We call Earth Tribe. The peace and community engagement is the messenger of peace. The skills of life is still under development, as well as the health and well-being. So if you look at the Earth Tribe, we have a number of challenges under the Earth Tribe, no? Or the environment and sustainability initiative. No? So that's Champions for Nature, Scouts Go Solar, and Plastic Tide Turner. No? So that's all the environmental education for scouting. For peace engagement, we have He for She, Patrimonito, the Scouts for the Scouts of the World Award, which has the uh, the the UNESCO's World Heritage Site component, and of course Dialogue for Peace. Oh, so that's under the peace and community engagement. Skills for life again and health and well-being is under construction. No, it's still under development. However, if you look at this slide, Jerakan Pramuka can add initiatives. No, I'm not sure if you have. I'm sure you have initiatives or environment and education solely for Gerakan Pramuka, and you can add this in the environment and sustainability. So if you have initiatives on peace building, on diversity and inclusion, on culture and heritage, humanitarian action, oh, there's a lot of activities for humanitarian action in Pramuka. No, your um, your emergency response team is very developed. No, you can put programs or challenges in this thematic area. No? Okay. So I have mentioned these challenges: the Champions for Nature, Scouts Go Solar, the Tide Turner Plastic Challenge, He for She, Patrimonito, and Dialogue for Peace. So let us look at each of the initiative. No? So one is the Earth Tribe. So this is a global community of young people working to preserve and protect our planet. No? So as you can see, since this is environmental in nature, you will look at the 17 SDG, and this challenge or this initiative is really addressing SDG 4, which is quality education, 6, clean water and sanitation, 7 is affordable and clean energy, sustainable cities is 11, 12 is responsible consumption and production, 13 is climate action, 14 is life below water, and 15 is life on land. So the Earth Tribe is the environmental education of scouting. Yeah, so Scouts Go Solar is of course mainly 11, which is sustainable cities and communities, and of course 7, which is affordable and clean energy. No, so Scouts Go Solar. Okay. He for She is mainly the target number 10, which is reduce inequalities, and number 5, which is gender equality. So we have an action kit for this available for you to download. The dialogue for peace, of course, is mainly number 15 or 16, sorry. Number 16, peace, justice, and strong institution. So it is also applicable for number 4, which is quality education. So the Dialogue for Peace program, to clarify this, only offers um, one badge, which is the personal badge, no? So the Dialogue for Peace personal, which is the green one. That's only one. So if you like to become a facilitator, you can. If you like to be a trainer, you also can. No? So, but the initiative is only is only offering one badge. Okay, so this is the messenger of peace, which you see is everything encompassing all the 17 SDGs. Okay, so the Scouts of the World, of course, is also encompassing everything, because we have the underlying programs of the Scouts for SDGs is peace, environment, and development. So that's why all the 17 is addressing the Scouts for the World. So there are two badges for Scouts of the World. One is the red one, which is awarded to the participants. And the other is the blue one, which is awarded to for those people who are supporting the Scouts of the World. Now, the Patrimonito badge is still Scout of the World, but then these are projects and initiatives that are done in a UNESCO heritage site. No? So I have not been to a UNESCO heritage. I have not been to Borobudur. I would like to go there, but yeah. So if you have projects like this in a World Heritage site, this is Patrimonito Scout badge. So we have yeah. So this is our partners around the SDGs, and you might ask me, Kak Sid, we would like to have a project, but then we do not have money to fund the project. So this is one of your options. You can go to donate.scout.org, and it's a crowd funding site. There is no commission. It's free. The service is free, and you can post your projects there. Of course, the platform is in English, but then you can post your projects there, your objectives of the project and everything. There's a form. You can upload this project, and then people will see, oh, this is an interesting project, no? And you can raise not I think the maximum is 3,000 US dollars, and you can go to you can visit the site, no, donate.scout.org, no? And yeah, so it's a crowdfunding platform, and you can raise funds in that site, no? Okay, so this is my interpretation. All actions, projects, and calls to action and campaigns carried out to develop local community contribute to the SDG is do a good turn daily. Do a good turn. So in this slide, I will have to show you some available resources. So let me just go to the site. No, the site is SDG. Yeah. So yeah. So this is the site for the Scouts for SDG. The URL is sdgs.scout.org. No? So if you look at the site, you will see. Okay, one is you will have tabs here: goals, world map, explore, and about. No, so let's go to projects. So if you click projects, it will go to you will see the projects that are taken worldwide. Okay, let us see Indonesia. No, country Indonesia. Let us see what it will bring us. Indonesia. So apply. Okay, so these are the projects, SDG projects from Indonesia. Kursus Pembina Pramuka Mahir Tingkat Dasar, KMD. No? Yeah, this is the latest one. It's posted on September 8th. There is journalistic basic training for rovers and rangers. This happened in September 7th. Love the street cat. Oh, that's interesting. Kucing jalanan. Kucing jalanan yang kurang is less, I know. Dapat perhatian masyarakat. Okay, so love the street cat. Very interesting. I will read this later. 5 freedom of animal welfare for scouts. Scout number 6. A scout is friend to animals. Oh, okay. Another love the street cat. Kucing-kucing jalanan yang terlantar. Okay, and then eco planting kit solution for people and earth. No, so there's a lot of projects that you can look at and maybe get some ideas, inspire you to do the same. No, so yeah. So the world map now will show you. It's still loading. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So the world map will really will just only map out the projects that's happening worldwide. So if you can see this interface will so that you will have examples on any of the SDGs, the 17 SDGs, and also countries. Let us look what will Indonesia look like. Indonesia. Okay, so Indonesia has 65 projects on no poverty. Let's look at life on land. Life on land. Oops, sorry. Life on land. Life on land. Okay. So as you can see, life on land is 12. It has mapped there. Wow, there's a project in an island. See this? Yeah. Oops, so sorry. Yeah. There's another one here. 2 of them is in here. I think this is Sarawak, the island. Okay, there's another one there. Let us do life below water. Let's interested in seeing that. Okay, you have 48. Oh. Scout save marine life, uh, mangrove, yeah, tree planting. Okay, so you can use this one. You can use the site SDGs scout.org. Yeah. And then I think this is the last slide. I will leave you a saying that iron sharpens iron. So one person sharpens another. No? This is from Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. That it only means that we help one another. No, and that is exactly what the Scots for SDGs is. No, um, so Vildi, I will entertain now a question. I would like to thank everybody. My email address is sid@scout.org. I have a YouTube channel. The address is Sid Castillo. I have several stories there and videos. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe. Okay, so Sid Castillo is the address of the YouTube channel, and you can leave a message there. You can ask me anything in the channel, and I promise that I will answer all your questions. Okay, so I will bring back the floor to Vildi. Kak Vildi, terima kasih.
Okay, terima kasih Kak Sid. Wow, thank you so much for the presentation. Okay, everyone, so we are going to have a Q&A session. Kakak, jika ada yang ingin bertanya kepada Kak Sid, dipersilahkan Kakak bisa raise hand atau pakai kolom chat. By the way, Kak Sid, there is one question to my direct message. It says how to motivate a scout to be a part of a solution for SDGs. It's the first question that comes to my direct message.
Again, how to?
How to motivate a scout to be a part of a solution for SDGs.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So again, I'm telling that there is always two sides of the coin. No, I'm explaining that one is you do a good turn to the community, and while you are doing this good turn, you learn something. So one of the things that possibly motivate people is you look at the community. It may be your immediate community. It may be a community of your friends. It may be a community. The other kampong. So you look at the community and try to figure out what is their need. So that is very important. That all the projects that you see should be projects that are addressing a particular need of the community, and that's one that that possibly motivate you. The other one is look at the projects in sdgs.scout.org, and maybe there's something that can inspire you to do the same. I hope I answered the question, Vivi.
Oke, thank you. Jadi begitu ya kakak, kalau misalnya kakak ingin motivasi atau apa, kakak bisa explore di Scout.org. Siapa tahu kakak bisa termotivasi untuk melakukan beberapa project begitu. So any other question for the participant? Kalau misalnya ada yang ingin bertanya menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, bisa nanti saya bantu translate begitu. Oh, there's another question, but it come to my direct message again. Okay, no worries, no problem. The question is, what if 2030 we have not reached the SDGs yet? What if maybe if 2030 we still there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot like people who are hungry, there's the gender equality and something like that. So maybe what if that happens, sir?
Yeah. What is the name of the scout that asked?
Agus, sir.
Yeah. Kaagus, no? Kaagus, the one who asked the question. This is the reason why we are called a target, no? So a target is something that we would like to achieve, no? So for me, if you ask me, let us think positive. Let us think that we can achieve this one, rather than thinking that what if it will not be achieved. No, but turn it around. We will achieve it. No, we will achieve it. And that is why we have a lot of under that goals. We have a lot of targets, and we want to contribute. No, we want to contribute in achieving these targets. No, sometimes. But to answer your question, Kaagus, so what if we do not achieve, no? So we sit again, and we look at our strengths and weaknesses, and we plan again, no? If you remember the Sustainable Development Goals, maybe you were not born yet, but it used to be Millennium Development Goals, the MDGs, no? These are targets for the millennium, for the 2000, no? And there's a lot, as you said, Kaagus, there's a lot of targets that were never achieved. But we sit down and we plan again, and that is why this 17 Sustainable Development Goals was born. We should not underestimate ourselves. No? We should not underestimate scouts. You know, there's a saying that I learned in Urdu. This is a Pakistani language. No, it goes like "Katra katra darya me shavad." No? And it only says the small droplets of water makes the great river. So your actions, Kaagus, in your kampung, contributes. No, these are all droplets. It contributes in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Even it's a small one. Even planting one bakawan, no, it makes a difference. As I said, always. It should be addressing a need of the community. Yeah. Thank you for the question, Kaagus.
Wow, what a great answer, sir. Wow, amazing. Okay, and next again, it comes to my direct message. Guys, don't be shy. You can ask Kak directly. But no worries. If you have a question in Bahasa, is also can. I will try to translate. So the third question. Assalamualaikum. My introduction is Mega Putri from Tebo, Jambi. Permission to ask, Mr. In the Dialogue for Peace program, there is a second party named the facilitator. Does it have to special criteria? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the question, and the answer is yes. There is a special criteria, and you can you can. I'm trying to think where is the document, because I'm sure there's a document that says that these are criteria. You can download this most probably um, in scout.org, um, or if, well, everybody knows Rio Ashadi, you can ask Rio to help you, no? Because Rio is a trained leader for Dialogue for Peace program. Yeah.
Okay. So we can, kakak sekalian, kita bisa mendapatkan banyak kriteria atau apa persyaratan-persyaratan untuk mendapatkan badge itu di website scout.org gitu kan. Jadi you can explore more in scout.org. Just dive into scout.org. Okay, any other question? Kakak-kakak dari Jambi, Papua, dan lain-lain. Ada yang ingin bertanya langsung kepada Kak Sid, boleh di raise hand. There's no question comes to my direct message. Kak, there's one raise hand dari Jambi, Sungai Penuh. Okay, please introduce yourself first.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Sebelumnya izin menggunakan bahasa Indonesia, Kak.
Oke.
Baik. Salah satu indikator dari SDGs itu adalah kesetaraan gender. Jadi yang ingin saya tanyakan di tengah hiruk-pikunya dunia kita ini, Kak, bahwa gender itu benar-benar kita ingin menyetarakan, tetapi begitu banyak perbedaan, Kak. Jadi apakah ada tantangan yang begitu besar untuk mencapai kesetaraan gender ini, Kak? Terima kasih.
Oke, terima kasih. Namanya siapa tadi ya? Namanya?
Nggak bisa. Gini. Nama saya Karisma, Kak, dari Sungai Penuh.
Oh, Karisma. Okay. Thank you so much for the question, Kak Karisma.
You're
So,
welcome.
Kak Sid, thank you. Kak Sid, here's the question. One of the goals from the SDGs is gender equality, right? And he asked that there is so many differences between women and men and the women. There are so many differences. So, what is the most challenging thing that we have to reach that we can achieve the SDGs point, gender equality?
Thank you, Kak Karisma, for the question. You have a very, very nice name, no, Karisma. There's a lot of there's a lot of challenges. Depends on where you are, depends on the country, depends on the culture, no? Of the country. So I really cannot say what is the great challenge, but what I can say is really we need to work very intently to really reach women empowerment, no? And this is only giving opportunities to women, because look, in the Asia Pacific region, culturally and traditionally, scouting is predominantly a male organization. So if you look at the regional committee, right now there is no women in the community in that, because the National Scout organizations, they are put forwarding candidates which are male, no? And it really it really boils down to the National Scout organization to develop more and more women for leadership roles. I'm not sure if I have answered the question, but then again, the women empowerment or women equality or the gender equality in the Asia Pacific region is challenging in my perspective because primarily because of culture. No? So even in the I'm not sure in the Indonesian culture because in Philippine culture when you have a firstborn many years back the families always want a man to be the firstborn no? So it's really and it's changing no? It's changing and the culture is changing so if Charisma has a follow-up question because I'm not sure if I answered the question right. Yeah.
Oke, begitu Kak Karisma. Jadi memang banyak sekali challenge-challenge, beberapa challenge yang kita hadapi untuk mencapai gender equality. Karena kita memiliki perbedaan budaya, kita memiliki perbedaan sikap, tapi itu bukan masalah. And Kak Sid, if I'm not mistaken, there's he for she, right, in the better work framework. So maybe it is one of our solution to achieve the gender equality point. Begitu kakak. So kakak ada lagi
Yeah,
yang ingin
just to add on that, Kak Billy, thank you for mentioning he for she. So that program or that challenge, he for she, is really men championing for women. That's why it's called he for she. No, that it's gender equality is not the business of women, but it's also a business of men. That we create, especially situations that are predominantly male. We need to create an opportunities for women empowerment. Yeah. Thank you.
Oke, begitu kakak. Jadi nanti kakak bisa explore lebih lanjut di Scout.org begitu ya. Oke, there's another raise hand from Kwarda Jambi, Kwarcap Tebo. Bisa kakak di unmute dan perkenalkan diri terlebih dahulu. Silakan Kak. Kak Mega, boleh di unmute dulu. Oh, nggak bisa. Sebentar ya. Saya coba. I'm trying. Bisa di... Oh, oke.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Introduction myself, Mega Putri from Tebo. I'm any question, and then please help if there is a one sentence. Okay, how to cover and carry out this first step? Is there are so many people out there who think we are still young and do not know anything.
Bisa satu kali lagi? One more.
How to confess and crying out these four steps if there are so many people out there who think we are still young and do not know anything.
Oke. So kalau misalnya saya terjemahin di dalam bahasa Indonesia, bagaimana caranya biar orang-orang bisa tahu gitu bahwa kita belum mengetahui apa-apa atau bagaimana Kak? Sorry.
Nah, jadi ya bahasa Indonesianya tuh kita kan tadi ada 4 step untuk itu, ada meyakinkan, terus memberikan inspirasi. Nah, di situ kan banyak sekali nih, kita masih muda nih kan Kak, banyak mungkin orang yang lebih tua dari kita beranggapan bahwa kita ini masih muda dan tidak tahu apa-apa seperti itu.
Oh, that's a good thing. Okay, Kasid, maybe I will try to translate it into English. So there's a 4 step, right? that you just explained before, and he just concerned that how to make the older what is trust us as a young people, because many case said that we know nothing like that.
Yeah, I think I understand the question. And this is and this is like yeah, this is like I'm smiling because this is my experience when I was young. When you are young in a family, you are not allowed to speak when old people are speaking. When parents are speaking, when your uncles are speaking, you are not allowed to speak. You are even sent out of the room. No, you go out because old people are talking. You know? And with this culture, sometimes it's very difficult not to assert yourself. And this has manifested, or it showed, um, also in the organization. If you will notice, we have one young man in the regional scout committee. His name is Wei Yung, no? And to put a young person there, took us 9 years. Okay, so these are 3 conferences. Every conference is 3 years. So it took us 3 conferences, total of 9 years, to be able for us in the organization to put a young person there. Um, to answer your question, Ka
Meg.
Mega, yeah, this is really big, no? Mega, big. So to answer your question, Ka Mega, um, I always tell to people is one step at a time. No? One step at a time. You need to prove your parents. You need to prove your leaders
Yeah.
that you are capable. No? And small things. When when your leader assign you something, make sure it's good. Make sure that you carry out this task excellent. No? So the next day, or the next time this leader will assign you, he will give you bigger responsibilities. And yeah, this is the only way. Otherwise, there's always a this is not young people's fault. This is how we are raised. This is how our parents raised us. That and because of that, this is our culture. That when you are young people in the family, you don't know nothing. No? And this is not only Indonesia. This is everywhere. No, and yeah, as I said, um, one step at a time, and it's our advantage because um, you are a member of Gerakan Pramuka. And in Gerakan Pramuka, you are given leadership opportunities, right? You become patrol leader, you become in charge of cooking, you become in charge of money, treasurer, small things. And the more you make this perfect, the more you are given responsibility. Yeah. So you really need to prove. You really when when we say that um, we are not worthy, then we need to prove that we are. We can do something else, no, something more.
Okay, thank you, Mister.
Oke, terima kasih Kak Mega. Mega. Terima kasih Kak untuk pertanyaannya. Any other question? We still have time. Kak, jika ada yang ingin masih bertanya, kita masih memiliki waktu. Kalau tidak ada, kita akan ke kesimpulan begitu. I will check the chat. Okay, there's no question. Oh, someone is raising his hand. Oke, Kak dari Maluku Utara, boleh di-unmute?
Suara saya terdengar jelas, Kak?
Terdengar. Boleh open cam?
Oh iya, maaf.
Okay. Okay, please.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Rizal. I'm from North Maluku. As young people, we can together be ready to be change makers and continue to link scouting's action with the SDGs. My question is how we as young people can consistently make changes for the better in the future. Maybe
Okay,
enough.
thank you for the question.
Yeah, terima kasih Kak Rizal. No? You know the name of our national hero is Rizal. No? His first name is Jose. His last name is Rizal. So that's the name of our national hero, Rizal. To answer your question is I am tempted to ask this question back to you. How do you think young people can become agents of change? Because I know, Kak Rizal, you already know the answer. No? As I said, in connection with the SDGs, if you really want to have an impact to the society, you first look at what is the need of the society, no, and weigh, consider what is the need, and consider what can you do, because it will really depend on the resources you have. So, and if your resources and your competencies matches to the need of the community, then that means it has matched, and at the end of the day, you are both happy. You created an impact to the society. Does that answer your question, Kak Rizal?
Sudah menjawab pertanyaannya ya, Kak Rizal? Di unmute dulu, Kak. Oke, boleh di...
Okay, thank you for your answer. And I think as young people, we have to be a role model for our friend maybe and society. Maybe enough
Yeah.
for me.
Bagus.
Bagus. Bagus. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for the question. Ada lagi? Is there still any other question before we jump to the conclusion? I see no raised hand, and if I check the chat box, there's no question. So, okay, I think there's no more question, and I want to thank you to Kak Sid Castillo for coming here to teach us or to give the information about the Scout for SDGs. So, Kak Sid, for the conclusion and maybe any message for Indonesia Scout, the floor is yours, Kak.
Yeah. No, I just want to tell you the very long sentence I learned in Bahasa Malayo. No? And I always tell this to people. Saya makan semua berkaki empat kecuali meja dan kursi. Okay, that's the whole sentence I learned in Bahasa Malayo. Okay. Second is I have put my YouTube channel in the chat. You know, if you want to look at the stories there and if you find it interesting, please like and please subscribe. No, subscribe. Third thing is, yeah, again, no, the Scouts for SDG is really, is really helping communities, no, doing a good turn daily, helping the communities at the same time, learning something new from that experience. So, continue scouting. If you are a member of Gerakan Pramuka, you are on the right track. You cannot make a mistake. So yeah, continue scouting and have fun. Have fun. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you for inviting me here. I also thank you for the opportunity. Yeah. So if you have more questions, please please leave a message on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Kak Vildi.
Thank you so much, Kak Sid Castillo. Rekan-rekan semua boleh tepuk tangan kepada Kak Sid. Give a round of applause. Thank you, Kak, for coming, and I hope that we can see each other again in the next opportunity. So, thank you so much again and again. And kakak bisa open cam dulu, kita bisa foto bersama. Please open your camera so we can take a picture together. Okay, nice. Studio Jakarta, can you help me to screenshot? Sure. Okay. Boleh kakak di open cam dulu? Nice. Okay.
Good job. Good job, Studio Jakarta.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next slide, Studio Jakarta. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And the next slide. That's all? Studio Jakarta, can you give me confirmation? Okay, that's all. Thank you so much, dear our participants. Terima kasih kakak sekalian, and thank you so much, Kak Sid, and have a good day, Kak. Goodbye. Baik, terima kasih kakak. Pematerian dari Kak Sid untuk Scout for SDGs sudah selesai. Terima kasih yang sudah join. Dan harapannya kakak setelah mendapatkan pematerian, kakak bisa mengimplementasikan apa itu nilai-nilai dari SDGs agar kita bisa sama-sama reach the 17 goal, 17 goal dari SDGs di tahun 2030. Jadi kakak tetap semangat walaupun masih pagi, banyak yang ngantuk-ngantuk nih kayaknya nggak pada buka kamera. Kakak jangan lupa untuk isi link absen, dan kakak juga bisa melihat link YouTube atau YouTube channelnya Kak Sid Castillo, karena itu ada banyak sekali pengalaman beliau. Kakak bisa reach out beliau juga di YouTube dan di Instagram Sid Castillo. Terima kasih kakak yang sudah hadir dan menyimak materi dari awal. Saya Vildi dari Dewan Kerja Nasional, pamit undur diri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam pramuka. Goodbye, have a nice day.